Hey guys, Trandocean Bricks here. Hope you're all having a great day. Hope you haven't dropped any of your LEGO sets. Today, I have a really cool modified set here. So this was an old creator set, a 3-in-1. That was really cool. It had different cars and things, but this was the biggest and best of the 3 builds. And of course I kept it. I don't see too many of these things around, but they're really cool, and I modified mine a lot, which I'm going to show, which is the main purpose of the video, and there's a lot of cool things I did to it to make it different. Here's some pictures of what it originally looked like. You can see it had a roof, and a lot of things have kind of changed with my model. Here's a look at the back. You can kind of see that there aren't that many great deals, but it was a really good set still. Here's a 360 look at this thing. It was a convertible at first. It did have a roof that you could take off relatively easy, but it came off in pieces, and I didn't like the look of it on or even off, so I had to modify it, and I took the whole thing off and changed up the windscreen and a lot of things. So let's start and get a closer look at this thing, starting with the front. So the front of this set that's been modified is actually where I've done the least modifications. It was a really nice looking car. It's still very nice to today's LEGO standards. Very nice. It was huge. I think it's a 10 stud, right? And plus a whole bunch of extra stuff. The only thing I changed right here is this grille right here. It used to be dark gray, but now it is black. I think that just looks better. It goes with that like hexagon-ish area right there behind the windscreen. And yeah, this car just had really nice shaping, especially around the wheels. And it was really nice all around the front. So that's why I didn't do too many modifications up here, because I didn't feel like I needed to. But let's move on here to the sides. So on the sides, it's changed up these areas right here that I guess could be air intakes, I guess, underneath the doors. I changed up where this where the angled plates were. Sorry, I can't talk. And there used to be white there, but I took that out, and I just like how it looks now. There you can see how it's connected underneath. It's not better than what the original had. It's just different, and I like it because I just wanted to change it up and make mine a little more, different. It's really nice, and doors still open fine, and it looks nice, so it doesn't look like a figure could fall down there. It still looks really cool. Now that we've opened the door, that's a perfect transition to the inside of this vehicle. Not too many things have been changed in here, just like the front, but we can open up the other door to see, it looks the same on that side. Obviously, you have the driver, the 2 seats. This was a really great set. I love how you can put 2 figures in here. It's really nice. You can see that later. Yeah, the steering wheel's the same how it was built originally. And then if I pop the shield off here, you can kind of see better how I just kept that shape up there where the windshield is. I put a drive shift in because it didn't have that in the original, and that was really nice. And then this arm stand here for the figures, this armrest. And they didn't have that originally, and that's really cool. That would probably open up in a real car, so you could store stuff in there. And yeah, I just really like that. And yeah, they put this cheese slope down here so that a figure, the passenger figure, wouldn't slide forward too much. Putting the windshield back on here, you can see what that looks like. And yeah, it's pretty nice. It's kept all the colors and the basic shapes and just changed it a little. Now we're moving on to the back of this car, which is where most of my modifications went into. And yeah, back here, of course, you have the trunk here, which I've changed up quite a good bit. I inverted this this panel piece, the clear panel window. It used to be where the flat side was up and the dip was in the bottom, but I changed it up. It's different and it gives you less trunk space, but I think I like it a lot more. It just feels right to me, even though it might not be as aerodynamic. You can see that there's still plenty of room in the trunk as I get more light in there. And yeah, it actually has more room, I think. I removed quite a few bricks, also because it used to have an engine in there actually, so I removed that. You can still see that I've changed the spoiler quite a bit. I've made it a lot thicker, and I kept the red on it because I like the red accents on this car, and I just made it look a little bigger because it was really small in the original, and I raised it up a little. And then turning around to the back here, you can see that I kept the lights the same and basically everything, but down at the bottom, if you see down here, you can see I added license plate, and I upgraded the exhaust basically because they didn't used to be as good as they are now. And the way I did that was with those new pieces. They used to be these normal studs because this set was released in 2013, and these pieces did not exist back then with the bar holes in the studs. And those pieces are so useful these days, and they're great for exhaust on cars. They're used a lot today in the Speed Champions, and I just did that because it's a great detail to change. Here's y'all a quick view of the bottom if you wanted to see. I added quite a bit of support for my changes, but overall it still works the same. And One more modification I do this car sometimes, just for some fun, because it's really nice, is that you can add a supercharger on this thing. So you only need these two pieces right here in front of me. So what you do is you have to take off this tile and this red flat stud, and yeah, you just trade these two pieces for these two pieces, and basically you just stack this weird modified plate on here, and then put the intake blower on there, and then bam, you got a huge blower on it, and it looks super fast, and it works because, you know, now I took the engine out of the trunk, so now it's a front engine vehicle, and yeah, it just makes it look like a really cool supercar. And yeah, the little piece helps it look like, you know, it's more sloped, so the air would go right into the intake. So that's what it looks like. Let me get some figures in here for y'all one more time. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This was really fun. I hope if you have this set, you can tell me in the comments, and have a great day.